Alright, so this is the Goki's latest fitness tracker, which was launched exclusively about a few weeks back on Amazon Prime Day sale. There are a couple of differences in the Vital band when compared to the earlier iterations of the band, which we will discuss shortly. Although the prominent change that comes right at the top is that OLED color display. So without wasting much time, let's jump right into the video to find out more details about it. So hey guys, I'm Prateek and you're watching this video on the Next Thinkers channel. Let's begin. Right when you pick up this box on the front, you'll get a glimpse of the Goki's conservative approach in building a complete ecosystem revolving around fitness and healthcare. As a matter of fact, it even says Health Box prominently in bold letters other than the band's actual name. As I had said earlier, the third generation band has a color display and shows more real estate on the watch face in terms of fitness stats. If you're familiar with the Goki's ecosystem, you already know that they have got you covered with a personal coach, a health expert and a doctor's consultation on the fly. The right side of the box conveys that the band is capable of measuring blood pressure, heart rate and sports tracking while also displaying notifications from the app present on your phone. For charging, it houses a USB-A port within the band itself. On the back, we get a detailed list of all the specs and features available on the Goki Vital band. Under Tracker menu, we can see that the band can perform activity and sleep tracking, comes with a built-in USB-A port, shows notifications from your phone and provides up to 7 days of battery life. Let's see if we get that kind of battery life. In terms of services, you've got a personal coach, doctor on call support, expert advice, diagnostics and payments. That said, payments is only available with select banks. I believe Axis Bank is one of the first ones. Then there's a couple of other things which you can check in the Goki app, such as performing health risk assessment, karma donation, etc. We will get onto these things once we explore the app. Then you've got Goki's reward system, which can be used to redeem your Goki code subscription or to buy anything with some discounts via the health store. Lastly, the box contains 3 things in particular: the Goki core, which is a centralized unit, a Goki band, which are essentially straps, and finally an activation code needed for activating your Goki plan to avail all the services. While to set it up, you would be required to download the Goki app from the respective platforms of your choice. You get 1 year of warranty with this band. There's information on when and where it has been assembled and designed. Moving ahead, if you're a Goki band user, you already know how to charge it. Again, a list of things have been mentioned on both either sides of the box. Alright, without wasting much time, let's crack it open. The unboxing experience is just like opening some kind of big dictionary or novel, for a lack of a better word. Again, looking at the presentation, there are 2 key highlights of the Goki 3.0 ecosystem: health store and blood pressure tracking. Popping up next is the activation code, which we will use shortly. There are also steps mentioned on the card to redeem it. There's another card inside which holds instructions on how one can charge the Goki Vital band by removing the straps. As there's nothing beneath those cards, we finally reach onto the band, although removing it might be a task. Right off the bat, the band must be already turned on, showing you all its capabilities. In terms of design and build, the Goki Vital band is definitely different from its predecessors. Previously, we had to remove the band from the straps to charge the center core. However, now the straps are attached to the core and can be pulled off from the either sides like a Lego. However, speaking of the design changes, it still cannot lay flat on the table because of the USB-A port connector, which doubles as a charging point and as a joint to secure the wrist straps. There's a heart rate sensor on the bottom. This eventually will also help users to find out their BP levels. We will get into more details shortly. If you hop again onto the front, the users will now be greeted with a colored OLED display than the earlier ones. This opens up more possibilities in terms of alerts and notifications, keeping the user proactive. On the front, the user can interact with the touchscreen panel, while below the display there's a capacitive back button which can be used to exit out of certain modes. However, the next step we need to do in order to understand everything properly is to set up the Goki Vital band in our account. Though before that, you might want to charge it to at least 60%. Now download the Goki app from the respective app stores depending upon your device. If you're a first-time Goki user, you must create a new user account, as here the new users would be prompted to add the code. While if you're me who's upgrading, follow these steps to redeem the activation code to your existing plan. Open the app, go to the Family tab on the bottom and click on Upgrade. Then scroll down, read the description if required and click on Upgrade now. Then simply swipe left and reach to the screen where it says Use Activation Code. However, if you want to buy more plans, additionally you can do the same on the earlier screens as well. Anyways, now tap on Yes I have a code, then enter the activation code present on the card, which will be revealed after scratching a specific portion. So there you have it, your Goki subscription is now activated, or in my case upgraded. Here you will also get a glimpse of your subscription details. Now tap on Settings icon followed by Apps and Devices. Then tap on Goki Tracker to add your Vital band. In my case, I first need to unlink my Goki 2.0 band, then I can add my Goki Vital band, which there was a process to simply add multiple bands in the same account. Goki, you hearing this? Now to add Goki Vital band, there are few prerequisites. Your phone needs to have Bluetooth enabled, it must have internet connectivity, whereas GPS should be enabled to high accuracy settings. Also, the tracker must be at least 60% charged, and lastly it must be strapped onto your left or right wrist. Once these conditions are completed, tap on Start Search. Now the app will start searching for your band and you would be receiving a Bluetooth pairing request. Simply tap on Pair. Then finally select Link Request option so that you would receive an exact same prompt on the band as well. You will see a 4-digit code which would match on both the app and the band. Just tap on the band once, which will initiate the linking process. Now you would get an option in the band to set up daily step target, so go ahead with it, upon which you will finally land onto the home interface of the Goki app. Now since Goki's main focus is on the ecosystem, you will find countless options present in the app geared towards providing a fitness-oriented approach in every ounce. So let's first explore the app as of now and then head over to the band. Therefore, first tab is the Home tab. Now let's go one by the subtopics present here. First, there's Goki Cash. Here the Goki Cash can be gained by performing various type of activities or by referring friends or family as seen here. Pause the screen to see how I've gained those Goki Cash points. Here you can even check the statement. One can easily add Goki Cash by redeeming a code or check the FAQs related to it. Then we can later redeem this Goki Cash to buy their products. Next is the Goki Play. In this section, various fitness activities are performed by trained artists and fitness experts. So you can basically join these sessions by keeping a track of these events showcased. I've not personally tried this, but it's a good addition. Like I said, Goki is all about that fitness ecosystem and not just the band. Next, you can invite your friends and family members to join the Goki ecosystem by sharing your unique referral code. Once your friend or family member joins the app via your referral code, both you and the person gets benefits in terms of earning goodies and Goki Cash. So if you're planning to join, use my code given in the description box below. Last tab consists of the in-app notifications from the social arena, which is like a social network present inside the app for Goki users. On the top, you can take experts' opinion concerning your health related queries, and if you're not satisfied, there's a second opinion option as well. All these experts are trained professionals, so it's all authentic and you don't need to worry about anything. You can also book a phone consultation with the Goki doctors to get a basic health risk assessment checkup. Lastly, the top right corner houses the Goki Coach tab. Here you can basically chat with your personal coach, keep a track of your health situations, have basic information about your fitness and get your queries resolved with the coach immediately. They would help you to provide a proper diet plan depending upon your daily schedule. Your Goki coach will first set up a call to get things started to basically know you and your fitness habits from the get-go. Although sometimes it gets quite irritating when I receive calls from the Goki coach if I won't update my daily stats regularly. So you might wanna look into that part and ignore it. Also on the top, you get access to your tracker settings. You can either sync or unlink the trackers simultaneously. Now you can turn on tracker notifications for calls, SMS and apps. Although for calls and SMS, you get the person's name when a call or text is received. But for the apps, only app name is displayed when a particular app notification is received. Just wanted to point that out. You can also set up inactivity alerts, so after a particular time of your choice, the band would vibrate and ask you to move instead of being inactive. You can also set up these alerts during work hours, as that is most certainly the time when we are most sedentary. Also, the same pattern can be repeated throughout the week depending upon your choice. Raise to wake up gesture makes its way here, although it's kind of 50-50 or let's say on par at the point. This gesture has a mind of its own, and sometimes if it works perfectly. However, sometimes it just doesn't. Now I'm saying that depending upon my initial usage. Let's see how it comes up in my final review. The user also has the novelty to set up custom alarms, where again the band would vibrate and provide snooze option of about 10 minutes. I can see this feature to be very handy in the conditions where we usually snooze our phones and forget about the time. Next, you have got options to set up time and distance under display settings, pretty easy to understand. In the personal details section, it holds the info the user had stored during the sign up. Lastly, select help if you're stuck anywhere and don't know how to use a specific function regarding the tracker settings. Next, there are actionable cards present which typically display the core functions of the app. You can swipe to dismiss or select to land onto the desired page. As you can see, when I tapped on the third card, I basically landed on Health Store. Moving ahead, under today's section, the user can check out his daily sleeping activity with plethora of actions to keep a track in a detailed manner on a daily, weekly, monthly and yearly basis. The user can also interact with other Goki users from the social arena where he is connected with his friends and family. Same goes for the hydration part and step count activity. Everywhere the user has an option to check, track and interact under every bit of this app. Next, there's the Goki's Health Store section where the user can buy everything and anything related to fitness from food to merchandise. Well, while we're here, you can also witness the Goki Cash usage for getting huge discounts. Although I would like to mention that you won't be able to buy everything entirely from the Goki Cash for any particular product in one go. The Goki Cash is essentially providing 10 to 20% of discount per product. Next, there's Healthy Read section. Here, one can extend his knowledge about eating healthy food so that he or she can maintain a proper protein intake and a maintained diet. This again is written by experts practicing from the nutrition field. Again, there are bits and pieces here and there where the user will earn Goki Cash. Similar to Healthy Read section, the user can join health programs to understand health depending upon his needs and requirements suitable for his or her metabolism. Finally, the second tab on the bottom is Health Store. I had already mentioned this earlier that the user gets to buy everything and anything here related to fitness from a range of partners that Gokis had tied up with. Here are the range of products and brands. Have a look for yourself. Tapping the plus button on the bottom tab lets the user to manually log his data. Again, this is accessible by the coach and mostly a coach will do this for you by adding a number of workout patterns depending upon your preference. In the games for good section, there are some great stress buster games which are actually quite helpful and would easily reduce your stress immediately upon playing some games. Have a look, you'll be amazed. Next app is the social arena, where you can connect with your friends or family who have been using Goki Band. Here you can basically post your daily fitness activities, accept some challenges from your friend circle, and check out posts from the entire Goki users present in the social arena. Lastly, there's the family section. It houses all your subscription services geared towards family. Here the user, being the head of the family, can create appointments for health risk assessments for his family members. He can check the family member stats and get insights about the same. Just to make a note, Goki Family Care Plan validity is shown separately. This is different from your Goki Coach plan. Then there's again settings present here, though it's in regards to the app. In the apps and devices option, the user has the novelty to connect the band or use the phone sensor and rely on Google Fit data. The Goals and Habits tab explains itself. In reminders, you can set locks for yourselves in every tracking section. Next, Profile shows your personal data. Support section lets you talk with the Goki support team for having any issues with the band or app. Preferences tab is the same as we had seen earlier in the Home tab. Under Privacy settings, you can select who all can see your specific logs. Security lets you add your phone lock or fingerprint, amping up the security game. You can also change your registered email ID if needed. Lastly, you can change the number, enable specific email or push notifications, or even restore the fitness data to and from your band. Now that we are completely thorough through the entirety of the app, let's head back to the band and explore it. The band has decent straps. However, I'm not a fan of them. The band does, however, stand out in terms of looks, especially via the USB charging port. Now, on the band, the entire interactive functionality depends upon the touch, as there isn't any physical button present anywhere. Though on the front, there's a back capacitive button. Tapping it reveals the band's watch face. Next, when the user swipes up, there's the exercise mode, followed by BP measurement, then heart rate measurement, and lastly steps count, which showcases your walking activity, kilometers traveled, and calories burned in the process. There's no force touch option on the screen, which would eventually pop up something else. Hence, the interface is quite simple and minimal. The tracker can check your heart rate at your will manually, however, it's not checking it continuously all the time. But when you select any exercise mode, continuous heart rate tracking activity can be monitored, which is a plus point. However, this affects battery life significantly. The band can also measure your BP without any intense pressure, which is usually performed when we go to a doctor for checkup. While to my surprise, I checked my BP on the band, and simultaneously at a doctor visit, it was surprisingly quite similar and sometimes perfect. I don't know technically how Gokis achieved that, but I'll make sure to post it in my full review. Although to check your BP, the user needs to stay relaxed and calm for about a minute or so. This helps the BP tracking to be at a faster pace. Lastly, I might not like the Vital Band straps construction, but I'll surely address that when I was using the Goki 2.0 band, while getting off and on trains during office commute, my main band used to fall out every day from the strap. On that note, it's a genius move. However, I wish the quality of the new straps would be a tad bit better, given the fact that Vital Band costs even more than the original Goki 2.0 band. It's available for Rs 3,499 with 3 months of subscription service. Is it a good buy? Well, I'm skeptical, but still confused. But by the time this video is out, I might have already completed 1 month with this band, and the review of the Goki Vital Band will be out by early next month. Whereas if you're stuck until the end, do me a favor and smash that like button. While if you're at it, subscribe to my channel because there's a lot of content dropping shortly. And again, subscribe because it also gives me a reason to meet you in my next video.